has that got to do with all this?
If I don't hotfoot it down to the county jail and talk to a girl named Angela, the Organization of American States may disorganize. I'll be either at the county jail or the police headquarters for the next couple of hours.
Yes.
Mr. Maris. He doesn't even know I'm alive.
Honey, did you ever hear of a delayed action fuse? It may take a while to go off, but when it does, howl.
You know, Herb, I have some theories about law. Circumstantial, sure. According to Wigmore and evidence.
Wigmore?
Most criminal cases are based on circumstantial evidence.
Since when have you taken up Wigmore?
Oh, summer reading strictly for relaxation.
Sailor's day off, I suppose.
So I'm gonna make something of it.
I'd rather hear specifically what you have on Angela Velez.
Okay, point number one. The accused worked for the victim for about 3 weeks, and from beginning to end, the association was nothing but one knocked-out, drag-out battle.
According to whom?
Oh, the neighbor, delivery boys, mailman.
Point two.
Oh, on the morning of the murder, a real humdinger. Screams, slaps, tears, all overheard through an open window by a Mrs. Manning, who lives next door.
Go on, but please stand still.
Oh, yeah. Well, Miss Velez was seen lambing out of the house with a suitcase in her hand right after that.
By the same Miss Manning?
Yes, who subsequently went inside and found the body.
Is that all?
No. Mrs. Gordon cashed a check. She got 10 new 20s. When Angela was picked up, she had 6 of them on her. She admitted taking 7.
Well, why not all of it?
Oh, well, it's the DA's opinion that it was to throw a smoke screen over the robbery motive. Come in. I'll let you know when we're through. This way, Miss Velez. This is Mr. Maris. He's an attorney. Your counsel had asked him to talk to you. Sit down.
I'm afraid I can't pay you, Mr. Maris. The police took all my money.
Well, let's not worry about that, Miss Velez. Sit down, won't you?
Excuse me. Weston. Look, can it wait? By the way, I'll be back in a minute, Feb. There are Mrs. Gordon's bank statements.
I see you've underlined the pertinent entries.
Yes, but what bugs me, Herb, is how you knew they'd be there.
Well, John, if you want to develop a theory, you have to base it on a premise. Mine was that Mrs. Gordon had been receiving large cash payments. Here they are.
Well, the premise is fine. Now, what about the theory?
Mrs. Gordon got these girls over, softened them up by treating them like dogs, and opened up vistas of easy money and easy living. And if they were foolish enough to go for it, she got them in touch with the right people, or should I say the wrong people, and for $1,500 apiece.
Well, Angela would have told us if Mrs. Gordon had made any such proposition.
Well, maybe she hadn't decided Angela was ripe for it.
Oh, wait a minute. You think maybe there are other Mrs. Gordons cooperating with the employment agent?
What do you think?
Well, you mentioned the $1,500 amounts, but what about the $3,000 ones? There are 3 of them here.
There, my friend, may be the real reason for Mrs. Gordon's untimely and violent death.
Okay. Draw me a picture.
Well, supposing she'd made a deal with the agency to split on a 50-50 basis, and supposing she'd held out on him a couple of times.
And the 3rd time they caught her at it.
Right.
All right?
Wonderful.
Herb, is this...
Lieutenant Weston, this is Miss Holmgren, my receptionist.
Hello.
How do you do?
This is the address of the Domestics International Agency. Did you bring what I asked you to, John? John?
Oh, yes, of course. Now I understand, Herb. It's a decoy, huh?
This visa will make you a bona fide tourist, and here's the money for the pocketbook. We go in big for authenticity here.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Do you feel nervous?
Should I be nervous? Anytime I want, I quit job and come back, yeah?
Kvitto kom.
Well, as soon as you're ready, we'll see to it that nothing happens to you.
Good luck, Bridget. And keep in touch with us every stage of the game, will you?
I will, Mr. Maris. I'll do my very...
I'll bring her right over. Angela, did you ever get the feeling that those visitors of Mrs. Gordon were there only to look at you?
Once she gave me a lovely dress to wear. She said she wanted me to look my best. Then when I served them, the 2 men kept staring at me.
Did you get their names?
No, nobody said anything while I was in the room.
I'll get the mug book.
She picks them out. We're halfway home. What did you find out? Keep calling, Casey.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. No answer from the agency, nothing from Miss Holmgren. How did Angela make out with the rogues gallery?
Well, either the men she saw at Mrs. Gordon's have no records, or else they're from out of town.
I'll take the or else. They'd probably send those girls as far away as possible.
Mr. Maris, the cab driver just brought this for you. It's from Bridget.
Job with Mrs. Landers, Kick. Kick doesn't have to know, more later B. P.S. Thanks for police escort. Police escort? Somebody must be tailing her. That cab driver probably knows where she is.
He does.
Casey, bless you. Kick. Ever hear of anyone by that name?
Yes, Kick Mason. Good family, lots of money, too much. Maybe he runs an escort bureau.
Escort Bureau, that's it.
Casey, call my office and tell him I want Kick Mason picked up and fast.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Maris!
All right, you two, get over there.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but, well, Bridget wants to tell you something.
Mr. Maris, I've been talking to Lieutenant Weston, and, well, I have decided to join the police force.